Hi, everyone. It is John Casey again with another MQ moment from Too Logical. And with this one, I want to start with the quote that we're going to explore a little further. Here it is. My doctors told me I would never walk again. My mother told me I would. I believed my mother. This is a quote from the great Olympic athlete, Wilma Rudolph. Let's learn a little bit about her story. First of all, Wilma Rudolph was born prematurely and sickly at about 4 pounds in rural Tennessee in 1940. She was the 20th of 22 children. Imagine that. In her first years of life, she contracted double pneumonia and scarlet fever. But it was at the age of 5 when she came down with the biggest challenge in her young life: infantile paralysis caused by the polio virus. She eventually recovered from polio, but lost strength in her left leg and foot. 2 years, Rudolph and her mother made weekly bus trips to Nashville for treatments to regain the use of her weakened leg. She also received at-home massage treatments 4 times a day from members of her family and wore an orthopedic shoe for support of her foot for another 2 years. Even though dirt poor, her father worked as a railway porter and her mother was a maid. The love and support from her family was always the best medicine. Because of the treatments she received and the daily massages from her family members, Rudolph was able to overcome the debilitating effects of polio and learned to finally walk without a leg brace or an orthopedic shoe for support by the time she was 12. So she didn't master walking really until she was 12 years old, which, by the way, was 4 years before her first Olympics. Love, faith, support, encouragement, and never giving up are all signs of high motivational intelligence. Wilma was surrounded by this. It was her fuel. It was her medicine. She loved her new freedom to move and run, and she used it as much as possible. Like her older sister, she played basketball at the all-black Burt High School. She was noticed by Tennessee State University track coach Ed Temple, who recruited her and gave her the name Skeeter for her speed. So while still in high school, Rudolph was competing on the collegiate level. She then qualified for the 1956 Summer Olympic Games in Melbourne, Australia. The youngest member of the U.S. track and field team at age 16, she won a bronze medal in the 400-meter relay. Before finishing high school, she gave birth to her first child. And upon graduation from high school, she enrolled at Tennessee State University, where she studied education. She also trained hard, very hard, for the next Olympics. And that's when the world really took notice. Held in Rome, Italy, the 1960 Olympic Games were a golden time for Rudolph. After tying a world record with her time of 11.3 seconds in the 100-meter semifinals, she won the event with her mark of 11 flat in the final. Rudolph also broke the Olympic record in the 200-meter dash, claiming another gold medal with her time of 24 seconds flat. She also was part of the U.S. team that established a world record in the 400-meter relay while going on to win another gold. As a result, Rudolph became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field at a single Olympic Games. The first-class sprinter instantly became an international superstar, lauded around the world for her groundbreaking achievements. Because of her grace and poise, Wilma was one of the most popular athletes of the 1960 Rome Olympics. She emerged from the Games as the Tornado, the fastest woman on earth. The Italians nicknamed her La Gazella Nera, the Black Gazelle, and the French called her La Pearl Noire, the Black Pearl. In the early 1960s, Rudolph was among the most highly visible Black women in America and abroad. She became a role model for Black and female athletes, and her Olympic successes helped elevate women's track and field in the United States. Rudolph is also regarded as a civil rights and women's rights pioneer. In 1962, Rudolph retired from competition at the peak of her athletic career and as the world record holder in the 100 and 200 meter individual and events and the 4x100 meter relays. The 1963 graduate of Tennessee State University became an educator, coach, civil rights activist, and humanitarian. Maybe this quote from her will also help summarize why. Winning is great, sure, but if you're really going to do something in life, the secret is learning how to lose. Nobody goes undefeated all the time. If you can pick up after a crushing defeat and go on to win again, you are going to be a champion someday. From preemie to sickly child to cripple to three-time Olympic gold medalist to role model. What a journey. What an inspiration. Thank you, Wilma, Skeeter, La Gazellanera, La Pearl Noire. You continue to inspire.